Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? I told you. I told you. We back. We back. We back. I'm excited. I'm excited. Welcome to another edition of Wednesday. Wednesday. I want to do something a little bit differently. I've always gotten in the background emails, text messages, phone calls from different people who say they enjoy the message, keep it going coming, but they also ask me different questions. And so offline, I'll send them or I'll talk to them about maybe a different way to look at that situation through. So a different set of lenses. Let's try this, or this is what happened to me in the past, or this is what I've experienced with other people. So let's try this. This is how they were able to get out of it. So, young lady, when I spoke at this conference in Battle Creek a few weeks ago, gave them all my information, and she sent me an email. She sent me an email, and she asked this question. She said, "Mr. Damon, how do you find the strength to separate yourself from those who will bring you down? How do you find the focus to achieve greatness when others are trying to be in the way?" All right, this is for that young lady, but this is for all of us because we all have friends, or we all have people, or we all have relationships who met us at a place that we were at that particular time. But inside, we know we wanted to move to a different place. But a lot of times, your environment sometimes dictates what your mind thinks that you're capable of becoming or capable of having. So I told the young lady, look, you got to value your own opinion over the opinions of others. See, when you begin to value your opinion contrary to what somebody else tells you you can do, you can have, you can become, that's when you'll take yourself to another level. Because we all have something inside of us. You hear me say this all the time, that we were purposed to do, that we were purposed to become. And what happens a lot of time is our environment somehow shapes that. But unfortunately, some of us are environments that shape the positioning and the place that we think we can go in a negative way. Sometimes we take and value the opinions of others or our situations, and we place that on us, saying, I can't go any higher than this. This is where I need to be. This is where everybody else around me is. So I guess I'm a victim of only being able to go this high. But you can go as high as you choose to go. You just haven't made a choice. So I told the young lady, first, you got to value what it is that you are purposed to do over what people tell you you're purposed to do. I said, secondly, sometimes, and this is the hardest part for all of us, is sometimes we got to understand that some relationships are for a season. And if you want to go to the next level, you need to be watered in a different way. And sometimes our environment can't water that gift that we have in us, that seed that we have in us to do these great things the way it needs to. So we have to make ourselves uncomfortable and get into a different type of environment in order to help us to grow to our potential. And so I told her, I said, you're hanging around different friends, and the reason why they're telling you this because that's all they know, that's all they've been taught. But when you go outside your comfort zone and start hanging around different people who can tell you something different, who can water your seed in a different way because their seed has been watered in a different way. See, you need different information in order to have a different type of transformation. And so until you're willing to stretch outside, value your own opinions of yourself more than others, you're going to be bound to stay in the same place. And unfortunately, when you're staying in that same place, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to get angry. You're going to be mad because inside that thing, that seed is burning inside of you saying, I'm supposed to do something different. I'm supposed to have something different. This isn't the life I'm supposed to have. But remember, you dictate how your life is going to be based on the thoughts that you say or the things that you say about yourself. You're where you are because that's where you said you can go. If you want to go somewhere different, you have to believe that you can go somewhere different, and you have to start taking the action steps to go somewhere different. So the action step is saying, you know what, I want something different than I'm having right now. So I got to be willing to do something different than I've done in the past. And once you start doing that, understand that's where it's going to be hard too, because you're going to have friends, you're going to have people who all of a sudden going to look at you differently and be like, oh, you think you better. It's not that you think you better. You just want something better for your life. We're all running a race, and our destinations is different at the end of that race. And so you got to determine if you're going to run the race of other people or you're going to run your own race. So you got to understand that you deserve something better than what you're currently getting, but you won't have it unless you do something different. All right? I hope this helped. I hope this helped. Remember, you can live ordinary or you can live extraordinary. It's always been, and it will always be